Hey everybody, it's another episode of AJ Opens Boxes, show where AJ, that's me, opens up boxes, and I got something boxed like right there. But before I get into that, just want to show off my t-shirt and face mask. It's Wednesday as of the shooting of this video, and as I like to call it, Wonder Woman Wednesday, which is like Wednesday, but you put Wonder Woman in front of it. Thus, you get that. But anyway, I sometimes will sport my Wonder Woman gear. Got my t-shirt on that I'm a big fan of, as well as I got me as an essential worker. I want to make sure I'm being safe. I got my PPE, my protective mask there, or whatever. This was actually made by That Chic Geek Boutique. Margie on our Etsy shop made this, and it's really cool, very handy. And why not be stylish and also be take advantage of the pandemic and be fashionable? I guess that's a weird thing to say. But that's not what we're here to talk about, because this isn't even in a box, but and this is about me opening boxes. So let's check this out. This is, unless I'm incredibly wrong, is the last movie I saw in theaters, and probably will for a while. And honestly, I didn't even think I was going to get to see it in theaters for a variety of reasons. Not because of the pandemic, but we have a baby, and generally they don't like it when you take. I don't like to take babies to the movie theater. And this is way back on my birthday weekend, if I can get it open safely without cutting myself. Actually, I don't even need the knife. I'm so quick to bring the knife out, so anyway, there you go. And it is in there very well, packed in there very well. We're getting there. Maybe I do need the knife. It is the Target-exclusive version of Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn. That's quite a mouthful for the title there, but this was the last movie I saw in theaters. Didn't think I was going to see it again, because this is a little before like the lockdowns happened, but because my birthday's in February, and I got to see it. Actually, my in-laws babysat the baby because they like the baby, so that's cool. Actually, they love the baby. But I actually saw it with my wife. Now I say that's like why wouldn't you say it with your wife? Well, my wife is wonderful, but she's not a big comic. Well, she's not a comic. I would say she's not a big one. She's not one at all. She's not a big comic book geek fan at all. So like, she has seen many superhero movies, more than she'd prefer to see. I mean, she's walked out of at least a couple superhero movies. She's like, you enjoy it. I've had my limit, and that's fine. I mean, this was even before the MCU got started. She's been having to put up with superhero movies. But she, for the most part, actually goes in with friends or by myself. But I saw this one with her, and so it was really special for me. And what was more special, she actually enjoyed it. Just because, only because it's not her genre. Nothing. She's not like a hater or anything. Just they're not for everybody. And generally, superhero movies are not a big fan for my wife. But she really liked it, so I thought it was cool too. Of course, I see every single comic book superhero movie, and I'm like, I loved it. It was great. So I'm not the best critic, because it's hard for me to critique things, but anyways, I was really glad to see it with my wife. She was very gracious to go with me. I mean, I like it's like some big deal, but hey, let's open this up now. I'm going to use a knife to get through the plastic, see what it is. I believe for the Target exclusive, it's exclusive packaging and includes a digital comic, but I'm not sure if the digital comic came with all of them, so maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I get the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital code, because that's my favorite way to go. I like Blu-ray. I always like to get DVD, because someone's got an old player and they're like, I can't watch it. So it is pretty. I do think it's a cool, package design. I mean, it's all comic booky, kind of. It's got the colors, and they're like in panels, so that's cool. And then of course you got the back there that just seems. I think that's not as original, but I don't know. That's pretty cool. So I mean, why not? And I'm a huge Target fan. So why would I not like going to Target? Whatever. I shop there a lot. If they ever want to sponsor me, it'd save me a lot of money, because I would just they'd probably lose money. But geez, our sales went down. I'm like, oh, we started giving AJ free stuff because he shops there all the time. But yeah, I'm a big Target run and done guy, and as you see, I ordered it online and got free shipping with my Target Red Card, as well as 5% off with my Target Red Card. I'm not paid or sponsored by Target for this video, but they should. Just throwing it out there. So there you go. And of course, the case itself is very similar. I'm going to take the digital movie code out. I say this all. People don't always ask me for the digital code, but enough that I mention it a lot. But no, you cannot have my digital movie code. I like my digital movie code. I'm going to keep it and I'm going to watch it. So there you go. And then there's a free comic digital code. I'm going to leave that here too and not see. But there you go. Let's see. This is the DVD. This is the Blu-ray. So, you know, the DVD is purple. The Blu-ray is kind of an aqua green. Because why not? So there you go. I mean, so it's pretty simple. I mean, nothing too fancy. And I'm cool with that. I'm totally okay with it. I'm going to put my knife away because it is dangerous. But I really like this movie, and it's funny. I'm actually excited to talk about this because I've actually seen it. A lot of times I've gotten movies because I don't get to see movies as much as I used to for a variety of reasons. Well, obviously nowadays I'm not seeing movies in theaters at all. Beforehand, we have like I said, a baby. They tend to not be the best at taking to movie theaters, and I wouldn't do that even if there wasn't a pandemic going on anyway. So yeah, so I'm not planning on seeing too many live action movies for the next couple of years, and when I do, it'll probably be a bunch of Disney movies, and that's okay with me. I do like my Disney Plus, so it works out. I thought it was a good movie. I'm really sad that it didn't do too well. I know part of it was obviously the pandemic happened, and so less people stopped seeing movies in movie theaters, but didn't have a great opening weekend, and I don't think it quite made as much money as it wanted to. That's too bad. It's really fun. Now it is rated R, so it's a little. It definitely earned its rating, its R rating. So let's I would say mostly for the violence. It's pretty darn violent, and a bit of language I think too. But I'd say the violence is probably the biggest thing. I mean, because people are getting like shot and beat up and all that stuff, and I think that's something to be aware of. So just it is quite the violent movie. Why it didn't do well? I don't know. I mean, you could say, oh, it's anti-feminism or this or that. I'm like, I'm sure those are all factors, but I don't know. A lot of people said it's because it was too far removed from the the basic concept from the comic book, because the original comic book it wasn't Harley Quinn at all. It was Black Canary and Oracle, and the Black Canary is a definitely different take on Black Canary in this movie, and there is no Oracle in it at all. Sorry, spoilers. But and even like the Cassandra Cain character, they changed a lot. But I don't know. I always discount that theory that it's too different from the comic book, because how many people read comic books versus how many people see movies when there's not a pandemic going on, and I would say, just look, I love reading comic books, and people know I do, and all that good stuff. Check out Comic Tropes. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels about comic books. But the biggest thing about that is just like, people don't read. Comic book readership is on the decline for a variety of reasons. So I whenever say something doesn't follow the comic book and that's why it's failed, I'm like, I don't know about that, because like I said, most people that saw that movie didn't read the comic book. I don't read. I'm actually not a big DC fan, so I don't read Birds of Prey. I hear it's pretty good though, and I would check out. Speaking of Comic Tropes, he did a good one on Gail Simone's run, or I don't know. He did a video on Birds of Prey, so I would check that out. On the link wherever here, but there, whatever. But it was a fun movie. It was a good movie. Yeah, again, it is very different from the comic books. I do like when they follow the comic books, only because I think comic books are great. And like why do you need to change a story? It's already a great story, but a lot of times they have to change it because obviously for a different medium, and they want to apply be good for a different market, so, and that's okay. But I really liked it. I thought all the women in it were great. Rosie Perez, how can you not like a movie with Rosie Perez? She was, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of I don't forget about her, but I haven't seen her in anything in a while, just these things that I watch. But wow, I thought she was really great in it. And I still think of my mom does an impression of Rosie Perez from White Men Can't Jump, and this is my impression of my mom doing an impression of Rosie Perez from White Men Can't Jump. But Billy, I want you. Does that sound like her at all? No. It sounds like my mom doing an impression of her by an impression of me. That's not what that was. I apologize for you having to be subject to that impression. But I won't apologize for my social media. Hey, you can check me out on the Twitter at @A_J_Roberts. And of course, I'm on the Instagram at the AJ Show TV. Be forewarned, I share a lot of pictures of my wieners on the Instagram. Just like to give people a little heads up on that. Hey, thanks for watching. If you don't mind, please click like and subscribe. It's a super easy thing to do, and I really appreciate it. Did you like or even see Birds of Prey? Let me know in the comments below. I'll just keep the question today very poignant to the movie at hand. Birds of Prey. Did you see it? Did you like it? Do you hope that? I think they're working on a sequel. I'm excited to see the sequel. If they make it, if they change it really differently, or have all new birds of prey, that's cool too. But I thought it was fun. It was different. Definitely. I mean, there's always, you're like, oh, didn't have Batman or Joker, and well, they mentioned Joker enough that he might as well have been a character in the movie. But you know, I think there's a lot more interesting characters within the DC universe, within Gotham City itself. That I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. I thought I would like to see a little more Huntress. They kind of brought her in I thought kind of late, but it kind of made sense for the story. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. But hey, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below what you thought about Birds of Prey, or even if you got to see it. You know, just because, you know, maybe it wasn't your tea, but maybe it was. Is that what people say? Like it's your tea? That I don't know. I'm not hip with all the cool kids these days, but I am hip with the Birds of Prey. So I liked it. I dig it. I liked it. Whatever. Hey, please like me and subscribe if you don't mind. Easiest way for you to subscribe to this super cool channel is up there in the corner there. That's Iron. When you give her a click, and you want to check some more of my funky videos, check to the sides of me right there. And until the next Birds of Prey movie and after, keep boxing it up.